everybody. Happy
Hello.
Friday, guys. We hope everybody is having a great, fantastic Friday night. That's right, guys. So, hey, that's right. But anyway, let me see to make sure my thing is set up pr-
Yeah.
uh, private, I mean public, because, so, that's right. Because make sure that it's set up public. So I got it all set up for public. So hey, that's right, guys. So, but anyway, we hope it is everybody is doing fantastic on
Yes.
this Friday night. So, but anywho,
Right.
uh, give me a few minutes. Go ahead and start talking if you want because I got to do something right here, right quick.
Okay. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday night. I know some people are already doing trick or treating up here and stuff like that. So I hope that everybody's safe and I hope you guys enjoy the fun we have in store for you today. So,
Yeah. We have a little couple interview we wanted to do with our uh artists,
yes.
our fantastic artists. So, anywho, sorry about that. I had some little people texting me here like crazy and everything. So,
Right.
uh, but I'm trying to find over here. I just got a text from our artist. Just kind of texted that he's getting him stuff ready for it. So he said, giving him a couple few minutes or so, he will hop in
Okay.
to this
This is
call.
exciting.
So it's the exciting guy. Go ahead and juice our great artist.
Our great artist tonight is Brian Tribble. We are going to be interviewing him about his band, his music, and everything else tonight. So
Yes.
hopefully some of you guys know who he is.
Yeah, so we glad to have him because I do play his music on my radio station. Is that actually at awesomehitsradio.com, guys. .com. So check that out if you can get a chance. Go ahead, like I said, because he is a fantastic uh, artist. You know, he's a fantastic man. He's a good friend of mine, and let me tell you, he is amazing. Very, very, very amazing.
I see three people watching, but I don't see no comments yet in
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah. I'm trying to look for there on there. So, they said yes, I do. I don't know who texted. I think they're coming from another different platform there, but it doesn't show me exactly where it's coming from. But hey,
Okay.
that's okay. But I can see the comment over here.
Okay.
So, and if you say hello to me and everything, please say hello to us because it'd be nice to know that y'all watching and everything.
Right.
So then we can know. But like I said, I am kind of excited because today is Friday night, guys, because
Yes, it is.
I can't wait to have our great band,
Yes.
Brian Townsend. Let me tell you, he is amazing. So that's right. So, but here go right here. We got Elisa say hi, Carmen.
I
See
Miss
you. How you doing?
Harrington. I'm doing
So
good.
that's and everything else. So we got her in the chat room and everything else. So, but all right, guys, we got our great artist right here. Let's welcome our good artist right here, guys. Here we
How
go.
y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, doing great. Been
Uh,
been going crazy around here trying to transition musicians and stuff. Got all things going. We're working on a touring thing with a booking agency company I'm with, and um, my drummer, who's Terry, he's kind of wanting to transition himself into becoming the bass player, which he's a bass player, a guitar player, and a drummer, but um, we are trying to work with this new drummer wanting to come into the band, and it's going to make the band sound just a little bit different. And the bass player, Harold Jack, I mean, he's he doesn't seem to be too keen in wanting to do this. And I got me a booking agency company working with right now, and they're going to set us up. Like for example, in February we got to go play in. We're going to be playing up in Tennessee, up in Florida, and then in July we got to play up in Tennessee at the Hard Rock Cafe. There's no date line set just yet, but and then of course they're getting ready to fill in the gap for a whole bunch of other gigs for us all the way across the United States. So I don't know. I mean, it's just at the time, and then while this is going on, my drummers want to play bass, which is he's a good bass player. He's a dynamite bass player, but he want to kind of lay down the drumsticks and pick up the bass and start playing bass now. Saying, "Let man, please." I said, "Okay." So I'm having to work with this drummer who's wanting to come in, and I don't know how he sounds yet. And he's been kind of flaky. You get some of those people every so often they want to play music for you, but they keep saying they want to, and then they never answer the phone or pick up or call and everything. Oh, the pay sounds great and all, but how committed? And he's asking me all these questions. I said, look, I just need you to be committed. And then we're going to test him out. And he says, well, yeah. But I said, you said yeah many times. But I said, I need a definite because I said, dude, I said my drummer's wanting to lay down bass tracks instead of drum tracks. I said he's getting tired of it. I said he's getting he's the oldest one in the band. I said he needs to wants to retire from the drum and that's what he wants. I said
Yeah.
so I'm bringing you in. He goes yeah. I said okay, well that's great. And I said but man, I need to have a dedicated, committed person. Though. Oh, I'll be committed. I said, okay. So we're gonna try him out next week. See how that was. We was gonna get together this weekend, but we'll see how it goes with him. I mean, I can't make everybody just get together, but this is something we got to start doing. We got some shows coming, like February. It's not that's not too far away from now. It's
Oh,
gonna be
right.
here before you know
Exactly.
it. And I gotta go fly out to they're gonna pay for the flight for us to fly out there to Florida, pay for the hotel room,
Oh,
and I
wow.
told him I said, dude, I need to have a committed guy because I said we got some heavy work ahead of us between now and
Exactly.
yeah,
February. And he goes, well, that's a long ways. I said, no, February will be here before you know it in the music wise
yeah.
when it comes to music. So there you go. You get to hear something nobody else knows right there. You just got it hurt from the right straight from the boss's mouth, you might say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, Keita, go ahead and ask him a couple of questions that you want to ask him.
My question to you is, where can people find you?
Well, I'm pretty much just Google my name up anywhere, but I've got a website called briantriple.org, and that's BRYANTRIBBLE.org. It's the
Okay.
org, or they can just look me up on Facebook, YouTube. Look for Oklahoma Boomtown Band, or they can look for the Brian Tribble thing. Just Google my name up, Brian Tribble. There's a lot of other Brian Tribbles, but you can tell which one it is. I mean, you'll see one. He's a lawyer. He's a good friend of mine. I made good friends with him. And there's another one. He's an officer too. His name is Brian Tribble. And there was another one. He was a uh, he's one who got in trouble many years ago for selling cocaine to the NBA players. But I think when you Google my name up, I think you can tell which one I am by simply looking at it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out I'm the musician.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
you know,
So, what's the other question you have, Keita?
I know when I seen your show the last time, you said something about going to the UK. Is that still an
yeah,
option, or is that
got a
no?
buddy of mine. His name is Steve Beer. He's working on a deal for for me to come out there, maybe for me and the whole band to come out there. He said he's trying to work it financially, work it to get to be able to fly us out there, and I think he's got about four shows he wants us to play out there while we're out there, and that'd be probably kind of cool to go fly out there. I've never been to England ever, and that'd be kind of a neat little thing, you know. And I looked it up. He's over in a place called Plymouth, England. He's a radio DJ up there and everything, and it seems to be a pretty cool deal. If I was good at it, I looked at it. It's kind of like a looks like an old Harry Potter town, but it's kind of like an old fisherman's town. Is what it is. It's kind
Oh,
of like
okay.
they're close by the water and they do a lot of fishing up there. But if you look at the town, it looks kind of like an old, like an old Harry Potter style looking town. It's pretty cool. I love it. It's really cool. But
That
it's called
sounds sweet.
Plymouth, England. It's really neat.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, but anyway, how old was you when you started singing?
Oh man, I think my mom told me. My dad, he and all my family used to play music, and my mom told me that they can remember me as a little bitty 2-year-old picking up a baseball bat and act like it was a guitar, and I was singing with them. So I don't know.
Oh.
I guess I just basically came out crying and singing already.
What is your 5 year career goals?
In 5 years, where I see it going,
Yeah.
the way things are happening right now, the way I'm seeing them going on, what is going now is doing a 460-degree turn, uh, which is pretty big. Uh, I have spent a lot of years. I've wrote songs with over the few writers over the years, the big writers that is, and I've also had my music pitched out to a lot of big people, and I mean I've had songs on hold uh, from a lot of major recording artists and stuff, and I've spent my years doing this and that, writing songs and stuff, and writing with artists, but this time I think as far as it goes, songwriting and singing and entertaining is all gonna all mix together this time. And I mean, everything has it's like a you take an egg and you wait for it to hatch, and you don't know when it's gonna hatch, but you just keep it underneath that light, and one day soon it's gonna hatch. When it happens, then you got magic, and that's about the best way to describe music. You never know where it's going to go and how it's going to go and when it's going to hatch and what's going to happen after that too. You just kind of knock on wood and just kind of keep practicing with it. Something's going to happen, eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's that baby of yours, Keita?
She's doing good.
Okay. Uh, so I heard that you have a website, right? So where
Yeah,
can your fans to go buy your stuff at? Give the information
they
on where
can
you
they
on
can
top.
buy it directly from there or link you up to. They can get my music on iTunes, Spotify, just pretty much anything that's out there on the media site. And on that website, it has a lot of links out to all those places and stuff. But
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's pretty well out there. Um, there's pretty much it's even got a thing called TikTok. It links to my music up to everything. There's all kinds of places you can just randomly just find me pretty much anywhere on Amazon or anything. So that's out there. But if they go on my website, it's like a one stop place to get there. And also on my website, I've been known to like certain times I'll sit there and I will take it and drop down the prices on it for like $5 or something. Where normally every place else you got to pay almost about $10 up for a full album. Sometimes with mine you just got to pay $5. And when I do it, I just leave it unlocked like way for almost 2 or 3 months at a time. So it's always pretty cool to be able to get a good deal like that.
Yeah. So, uh, whenever you had write a song, whenever you write a music, how long does it take you to come up with a music like a song?
Sometimes it could take me 5 minutes. Sometimes it could take me 30 seconds. Sometimes it could take me a week.
Uh,
Depending on song. You generally want the song to be with a pretty rapid hit you in the moment. You almost
Yeah.
can't keep up with that ink pen on the paper or that pencil on there. You're writing so fast you almost can't keep up with it because it's kind of like grabbing a bunch of words just flying at you. You just kind of grab those words as they come at you, and you want to be pretty rapid because you will
mhm.
lose concentration. And if you lose
Yeah.
concentration, then you might get a half a song wrote and you're stuck for months sometimes working on that one song because you got almost half the song wrote and then you can't figure out that second verse. So you got to come back to it next year and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever you travel, then you come up with music. Whenever you travel or something, they just come into your head.
Right.
Sometimes, but really don't get to travel much. We're getting ready to make that happen. It's getting ready to become the real deal now. It's going to become the official thing. I've never experienced what I'm getting ready to experience now. This is with a booking agency company, and they're out of New Jersey, and they're going to book us in Florida, Tennessee, everywhere. They're going to take us all over the place, which is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's going to give us a chance to actually sit down. And who knows? I might even wind up having better songs doing this way. I don't know. We'll just see how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you have any other
At least I'll
questions?
have stories to tell.
Yeah. You have any other questions you need to ask, Keita?
No.
No.
Oh wait. Don't you have a album that's gonna be released like in February of next year?
Yeah, we're gonna try to put a newer album up called Music Box, and I've got a new one that got sent back to me just a minute ago. I was going to release it. It was going to be released by November the 11th. But what happened was they sent me back to me said that the songs have been already used, and they were actually a skim off of an album called The Best of Brian Tribble. So what I told the guys to do, I said, I guess we'll come back in here and we're going to sit down probably next week, and we're going to sit there. And I said, why don't we? I said, it's making me lay down some new songs, put in the songs in there. So I said, why don't we just go relay down a whole bunch of brand new songs and just use this one as that one. Just go ahead and retitle the album Music Box and just throw it in now. That way we can have it released now. And I said, so we're going to sit down probably within next week or so and just kind of maybe make that happen because the music that they did, what I'd done was on that album called The Best of Brian Tribble, which was my first album released back in 2017. Um, where there was a section in there, it was dry music, and that was all dry songs. And what it was we called it Sugar Time Session, and we went and recorded that down in Stroud, Oklahoma, at the Sugar Time recording studio, and I just simply called it that. And at the time, I was going to release an album, and I only had a certain amount of songs. I said, well, why don't I just go ahead and put that album in with it together, and that way I'll have two albums together in one. And it gives it like 20 something songs, and so I went ahead and done that. And then I got thinking just here recently, well, why don't I just separate it and make it its own album, Sugar Time Session by itself? Well, they sent me back the thing and said, well, these songs are already on Amazon and iTunes. I said, well, I tell you what, then we're going to sit down and we're going to start ASAP, start sitting down, cutting some new songs, and we're going to make sure that they get on that album ASAP, and that way we can have that instead. And so we'll just go ahead and advance the album called Music Box and have it ready now because after all, those songs are already been recorded years ago anyway, back in 2017.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
give people some fresh new cuts.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
so, do you have any other family that is in the music business?
Well, yeah, see, my brother, he plays lead guitar. He used to play drums, and of course, me and him, we're kind of musically inclined. We both play piano, and we both play this, play that. Drums is not my department. I've tried many times, but my drum beats is about as much rhythmatic as a flat tire going down the highway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but as far as playing music, I can play that, and I can play bass guitar, and I can play piano. I can play keyboard and harmonica, and now my brother, he picked up from my dad, learned how to play fiddle, which I can't because I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
and but he's picked up that, and he's learned how to play. Also learned how to play. Me and him both. My dad had bought years ago something called a guitargan. I don't know if you
Uh,
ever heard of that,
yeah.
but
Never
it's a
heard of.
guitar, and it looks and it also plays like an organ at the same time.
Oh,
Me and
okay.
him both got where we mastered that. My dad won't let it go, so he could buy a better looking amp. So we went ahead and had to let that thing go. But me and him mastered that guitar pretty decently.
Yeah.
That's
So, so how long you been in the music business? Like, how long you been doing
Oh
that?
man. Um, Professionally, I've been in it since '97. I signed with a manager. His name was Joe Hupp, and that guy he signed with me back in '97. But him, he has worked with everybody. When he first started years ago, he had a little group in Nebraska. They called themselves Little Joe Hupp and the Ramrods.
Uh-huh.
And later on, they found out there was a band called the Ramrods, so they called themselves Little Joe Hupp and the Smoke Ring. Well, they went to Nashville and Sun Music, and they recorded a couple of songs, and one of them took them right straight to went right straight to number 5 on the Billboard. And there was a little band from out of Nebraska, and they redid a song called "No Not Much." And
Uh-huh.
if you ever hear the version where you hear a guy playing a keyboard or organ in the background, that's Joe Hupp playing the keyboard on the organ on that
Yeah.
thing. And it took them and put them on the American Bandstand. They had two good songs to put on there, and that lasted for a while. And then after Joe got tired of doing that, then he started. Some of the guys all retired. One of the people in the band was Garth Fundus, who later on recorded Garth Brooks and people like
Yeah.
that. Well, Joe he started working as a manager, and he started off as a road manager for George Jones and Tammy Wynette,
Uh-huh.
and then he started working for Jim Halsey and became his right hand man. Brought in artists like Dwight Yoakam, Ricky Nelson, Roy Orbison,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Carl Perkins, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And he worked with all these different artists, and he also had he worked with he brought in he even helped discovered Reba McEntire, Dwight Yoakam, and many others. And he worked with Ronnie Dunn for a while, and then they kind of teamed him up with uh, Kix Brooks, which turned in Brooks and Dunn. So there's been a lot goes on. There's a lot goes on behind the scene with Joe. And then he passed away just here recently, and I can't believe it's been almost a year now. I was underneath that guy from '97 up till he passed away, and sweetest man. He worked the stories he could tell, man.
But anyway, we got one request from my listeners into the chat room. They want to
Uh
listen to
huh.
some Shamrock.
Welcome to Shamrock. Oh, okay. Well, that's simple. Welcome to Shamrock, my friend. Built this town in 1910. Blessed with the luck of the Irishman. Beginning of the rainbow stars right here, my friend. There's a little pot of gold all over this town. Here's where people won't settle down. No boom town full of life and folks it's hard to deny. Cars pass by here all the time. They'd leave with a smile in the sky shine. Then one day, tragedy came. Everyone packed up and moved away. Welcome to Shamrock, my friend. Built this town in 1910. That's for the luck of the Irishman. Beginning of the rainbow stars right here, my friend. There's a little pot of gold all over this town. Here's where people won't sit down. Now the whole town's all boarded up and no one lives around here anymore. Town's little weather, but the love's still here. We'll even share a little bit of Irish cheer. There's not much to spread around, but you're always welcome right here in our town. Welcome to Shamrock, my friend. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And
Welcome.
that's one of the good listeners just requested in the chat room and everything. So that's
Yeah.
amazing. So so that music right there that you just wrote with it, where you actually got that from?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was supposed to do a radio interview at in Cushing, Oklahoma, at a radio station called KUSH AM 1600. And anyway, I talked to my manager. He says, "Well, yeah, you go right past our place up there in Manford, and you keep on going, and you pass Drum Right, and as soon as you come to Drum Right, you're gonna see this little little cross right there. You're gonna be turning." We kept on going straight. We didn't see that cross. We didn't pay no more attention to Man in the Moon. Well, next thing you know, we're driving, keep on driving, and uh, hey Brian, yeah, where you at? They called and said you're running late. I said, Joe, I said, I don't know where we're at. Some little town called Shamrock, and it's just like a deserted little town. He goes, oh no, no, don't tell me. I said, yeah. He goes, well, you're gonna have to back up, and you're gonna have to go back that way. So you see that little convenience store, and then you're gonna have to turn left. I said, man, that was almost about 5 minutes ago. He goes, yeah, you're gonna have to keep on going. So we had to go drive another 5 minutes, get down there, and we finally made it to that radio station. We finally got there to the tower. We pulled in and we did that. And I guess it was a year later. I came up with a song called "Ghost Town" and "Welcome to Shamrock" all on the same day because I said this town looks like an old ghost town. Well, so I pretty well got two songs out of one big gigantic mistake.
Yeah. That's true. Do you have any Christmas album out yet?
No, but I do got a Christmas song. I guess me and the band's going to have to cut. I wrote last year. Um, One's called "My Little Miss Santa Claus." I think it's a good little tune and everything. And I mean, it's a cool little jingle, and I think we're going to have to work with it. It might be a cool little cut. You know, I don't know. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
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 I think Keith's even heard me sing it a couple times.
I believe so. Mhm.
but Kitty, what is one of your biggest favorite songs by Brian?
Well, I
I
love you,
know it.
Daddy.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I already, I was getting ready to pull out my pick for that one. I'll sing it for you right now.
Thank you.
There's a note on the table with a heart with many colors, and I opened it. I nearly fell to my knees, but when I read what it said, tears fell out instead, and I couldn't believe my eyes. It said, I love you, Daddy. I love you the most. I love you, Daddy. Now hold me close. And as I choke back on the tears inside, and I reached down and I pulled her close to my side, and I kissed her on the cheeks. It makes a grown man feel soft and weak. After I love you, Daddy, I love you the most. I love you, Daddy. Now hold me close. There you go.
Thank you.
You're
That's
very
really,
welcome.
that is awesome, man. I love that song. That song means a lot right there, man. It
Mm.
touched your heart and everything else. I
Thank
like that
you.
song.
Mhm.
So,
I wrote that
what,
one. It's basically a true song.
what is your most embarrassing moment?
When you're a tribble, you are an embarrassment. You have embarrassment moments all the time. And if you run a show that's live stream on media, it's embarrassing all the time because you're live. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't mess up. And I mean, if anybody sat and watched my show on and on all the time, they'll see that there's always something goes on behind the scenes. I
Mhm.
mean, there's something, and I mean, when you say what's your most embarrassing, it's kind of like, well, I don't know. I've had so many close calls; it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what is your most famous person you would want to meet and why?
Man, I don't know. I've met so many. I mean, like my cousin, her name's Becky Hobbs. Johnny Rodriguez is a big hero of mine, big fan of mine. I'm a big fan of his, and Johnny Lee's a big fan of mine, and a big fan of his, and we and I mean, I don't know. I guess I met George Strait once, and it was in the most unpredictable place. I'll tell you that one here in a second. But if I was to say who would I like to meet that I've never met and like to actually say like to meet him, would probably be man, golly, I guess it would have to be Rodney Corral, one of my favorite writers of all times. And he's a he's he's one of those type of writers that just kind of I can't explain it when you hear a lot. Of course, Dean Dillon's another one of those type of people you just kind of like just glued to. He's wrote so many hit songs, but I don't know. Having Chris Christopherson, so like I say, it's kind of hard to just narrow it all down. You get so many of them. And I've met so many different people over the years. But
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
George Strait one, that was it was one of those type of moments that like I don't know how to explain that, but I'm glad I met him though. It wasn't a real handshake type. How do you do things?
Yeah.
What was your favorite family tradition when you were growing up?
Well, my family, unlike a lot of families, I don't know. Growing up in my household, my mom and dad, um, during Christmases and stuff, and during like a Mother's Day, we'd have it was my grandmother's birthday on the same day, and everybody in the family would all get together, same as Christmas or Thanksgiving or Mother's Day. We'd all get together, eat dinner, and all pull out the guitars and play all night long. So you know, what I mean, it was a. So I say the favorite family tradition was probably the get together and playing music after we all got done. And growing up as a kid, it spoke me to the point where I actually thought that that's how people get together during Christmas. Because when I first got married to my wife, her family, all they done is sit around and talk, maybe watch a football game. And I'm sitting there like, okay, when did everybody gonna break the guitars out? Well,
Right.
nobody plays
Yeah.
guitars here. And it's like, huh. And I knew the next day I was gonna be at my mom and dad's house. I said, well, I got the guitar out there, but I said, I guess I can bring it in there. And I said, oh yeah, please do. So I started doing. Next thing you know, everybody goes to another room watch the football game, and there's like, well, okay, I see where this is going. Last time I brought my guitar up there, people said, well, how come you don't bring your guitar anymore? I said, there's nobody else that's playing music with me. I said, I'm myself and I said, it's kind of hard to entertain my own self.
Yeah.
What are the three things on your bucket list?
Uh, Man, I'm about to do that right now. One is getting ready to start touring, getting to see all these different states and stuff. I mean, growing up, I've done a little places here and there. I've been to Colorado once. Went to the Cable Winds, and I went to. Of course, I got family lives up in Kansas. Went there a few times. I got family lives up in Arkansas. Been there a few times, but that's really about the size of it. You
Yeah.
know, I've never really done it, and so I got to go to Colorado once. I got to go to that, and of course I've gone to Arkansas a couple of times and Kansas. But you know, I mean, that's really about the size. Oh yeah, I've been to Branson a couple of times. I can't leave that out. But that's kind of like the really that's it.
Yeah.
And to be able to say I'm going to get to tour all over the place, like all these different states and see all these different places, it's gonna be pretty cool. And me, one of my favorite things is eating steak, so I get to see what how people eat different foods and stuff. See that as well. That's gonna be pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any question you want to ask him, Keita?
Yeah. Edwin wants to know about the story about your guitar.
this guitar,
Mm-hmm.
this guitar is a very heartfelt guitar. I'm proud to have it. When I play it, a lot of people might hear it and they might think, "Well, where's that sound come from?" What you're hearing is the ghost of the Grand Ole Opry, a lot of other ghosts. I'm gonna tell you where it all comes from. This guitar was made by a guy by the name of Mr. Glenn Morgan, and he builds guitars for from the wood from Grand Ole Opry stage. He's built guitar from the wood from a lot of different people. Matter of fact, he just finished one here a while back with the Everly Brothers wooden floors and stuff.
Yeah.
Made a guitar of that. It's beautiful. But
Oh
this
wow.
guitar here, this is part of the Grand Ole Opry stage, part of the wood from Hank Senior's wooden floors, part of the tables, desks, and chairs of the tornado that hit that Moore, Oklahoma a while back that
Yeah.
killed some of those kids and stuff. It's also part of RCA Recording Studio where Elvis recorded Heartbreak Hotel and all those stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the wood of little Jimmy Dickens' picket fence. And what he done was he had some wood left over and he said, I'm gonna make you a special guitar. And he goes, as soon as I learn how to make a left handed guitar, I'll make it for you. And he built this one for me. So yeah, it's a very priceless and very hardcore, heartfelt guitar. You know, I mean, it's more than just I don't know.
Right.
It's more than just being a valuable guitar. It's priceless
Yeah.
and it's heartfelt
Yeah.
too at the same time because the woods and stuff that's in this guitar, and when I play it, you can almost hear the people from the Grand Ole Opry singing out of it. It's just like that. You actually hear it, and if you're in its presence when I'm strumming, you can almost feel the presence right there too. It's really
Yeah.
humbling, you know.
Uh, we
Mm-hmm.
got some more listeners that just pop in here. They did a lot. Few of them just asking in where they can find you from your YouTube channel and Facebook and all the other platform you have.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
I have that information.
yeah, it's you can just look for Oklahoma Boomtown Band. You can also go to my briantribble.org site, and it'll link you to a lot of those places. Also, if you go to that website, briantribble.org, it takes you to almost a lot of formats. And if somebody's thinking about wanting to book me, I've got my booking agency manager. Her phone number up on there. Her name is Kelly McKee. I've got the phone number left on there on the contact part when you go to contact. And next month I'll be dropping all my songs down for about a whole month to $5 an album, which is I do that about quite regularly, about every other month. I do that quite regularly on my website. And if you go anywhere else like iTunes or Spotify and all those places, you can still get my music, but there you're gonna have to pay $10. But when you go on my website, I'm dropping it down for $5 for a whole month for a whole album. That's doing a pretty good deal. You're getting a whole bunch of songs for pretty cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Any other question you want to ask, Keita?
No, that's all I have.
That's it.
Hmm.
You know that one song I like to hear from you? It's one of my
What's
favorite songs I
that?
like to hear. It's called "I Can't Help Myself."
Can't help myself. That's kind of popular over in the England side. I get a lot of people downloading that song. A lot of radio stations playing it too over there. So yeah, that's a well liked song over there. So here we go. I can't help myself. I'm falling in love. Every time I look into your eyes, I can't help myself. I'm falling in love. What can I do, baby? I'm falling for you. I'm not the same guy I used to be. If you look into my eyes, you see everything I see. Darling, I need to have you by my side. I can't help myself. I just start falling in love so easily. What can I do? Darling, I'm falling for you. I just can't help myself. There you go.
Thank you, thank you. I
Thank
really
you.
do. I
Thank you.
love that song,
You're
man.
very welcome.
Where did you came up with that one? That from?
You probably laugh at me. That was just a slap together piece. I was under a record label called Power Brothers Records, and he sent me an audio clip that said, "I challenge you to write me a song out of that." I looked at it and I played it 5 minutes later. I sent him back an email. Said, "Is that good enough for you?" He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I wrote it." He goes, "Let's hear it." So he played it and he says, "You wrote that just now?" I said, "Well, yeah. Did you send it to me about 30 minutes ago?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "It took me about 30 minutes to record it."
We did have an artist just commented here, and one of them they said, "Calvin, you need to mention the time that Brian Johnson is live every night at 8 Central
Yeah.
Time. If there is anyone new is here to watch him."
Yeah, I have. I do that a lot. I've kind of slowed down a little bit. I was doing it like every night for 5 years straight, and I thought, man, I need to slow down somewhat because we're getting ready to start this band up. We're going to start touring, so I
Mhm.
try to go on at least every other night. At least try to give them a little something every other night, and maybe not every night now, but at least every other night. And
Yeah,
I do that for a reason because, man, I was hot and heavy. I mean, we're talking. I did it 5 years straight, nonstop. I don't care. Death in the family, Christmas, New Year's. I don't care what it was. If
yeah,
people were at my house coming, guys, I got to stop what I'm doing. I got to do this show. And I thought, well, I need to break it down just a little bit because I don't think anybody had as many shows as I put out there. I mean, there might be people have a lot of shows and probably played a lot of concerts because I even had somebody going, "You ain't worked as hard as I have." I thought, okay, well, let's see. I done every single night, no holidays, no nothing. I said, death in the family, birthday sick, house full of
yeah,
people. I got to leave somebody's house just to go do a show. I had to work one night, and I went and worked at 6 o'clock in the morning, got off at midnight, and 10 minutes later I fired up the phone and started playing my show. So they got a show that night too. But the problem about it is I don't think too many people put in 5 years straight nonstop like I did. I mean,
Right.
sick or not
yeah,
sick, it don't matter. I was live, even if I was
yeah.
hoarse.
Yeah.
couldn't hardly talk, I was still nonstop live. So
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, I had to slow down somewhere.
yeah. But anyway, but anybody in the chat room in this video, if y'all have any question you want to ask this great man right here, Brian Turson right here, y'all could go ahead and ask any question y'all want. He would glad to answer any of y'all
Yeah,
questions.
sure will.
So, Keita, you have anything else you want?
No.
Nothing. There's nothing in your
No.
mind.
No. Went blink.
But anyway, how's the weather is up there?
Right now, we're transitioning from that old hot summertime sticky weather to fall weather, which here in Oklahoma, I've just found out just last night, just to kind of come back to the question here in a second, but they want me to go play in February up there in February at this place, and I'm thinking here it is February here in Oklahoma weather, but it's not because I got to looking on YouTube, and February they have a thing going on up there, and it's like summertime weather. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking what? Because here in Oklahoma, when it's February, let's put it this way: 9 times out of 10, you're going to have more snowy, sleet, rainy days, and
Right.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, the weather is
Yeah.
right around between the average temperature is anywhere between 50 and -2 degrees out here sometimes.
yeah,
So I mean, you're looking at that, and then no, they're we're wearing t-shirts, but the temperature right now we're transitioning from summertime on into winter right now. We're kind of in the fall, and so our temperatures are averaged anywhere between 70 down below to about roughly right in between 50 degrees. Early in the morning, it's like 50 degrees. In the daytime, it gets right around 60 degrees or so.
Right.
So, like today, it
yeah,
got about like 68, which is pretty warm, but not bad, But it was still
yeah.
kind of you wore a jacket most of the day at least.
But we got one of the listeners in the chat room here asking if you're gonna be going do your own live tonight after this interview could be done right here.
Yeah, I was gonna go live here in a little bit. Here, I do it at right at 8 o'clock at night and Central Time. I was gonna do it because, like I said, I go about every other night at least, and try to give them a few minutes of run. I might even do it tomorrow night too. Since how the band's not gonna get together, I guess we'll go ahead and do that. We'll wait till next weekend, like I was telling you earlier, that we're gonna try
Yeah,
out this new drummer. We got to test him out. He wants to be on the spot, so.
yeah,
And
uh,
my old drummer wants to play bass, so and that's easy
yeah.
for him. He's good. He's a good bass player.
Uh, uh,
Yeah.
this live streaming is actually streaming on my timeline, is my fan page, and on my YouTube channel, which everybody can find me at Calvin Blanco on the YouTube channel if they want to look up me over there too. That's where we streaming at too. So
I'm still used to hearing that Sunny 105 on. I'm just
yeah,
getting to say that.
Sunny 105
Yeah.
used to be open, but I had to shut it down because it went through some situation I couldn't afford it at the time, and
Oh, I know.
now I got back my budget back in again and everything else. So now I got this new station right here called AwesomeHitRadio.com.
Right.
So that's my
And
new.
that StreamYard, that's a pretty cool thing. I've done a few interviews here and there. Like I say, that one guy that does it over in England, and he does it with me a lot. And I tell you what, that's pretty cool. If you never even seen what it's like over there, look it up. It's like I say, it's called uh, what was the name of that? I can't remember the name of it offhand now. Paramount oh, I said it earlier. You remember what I
Yeah.
said? But anyway, he lives out there, and it's really cool. It's a really cool set. It looks like an old Harry Potter town, but it's a
Yeah.
fisher's town, a fisherman's town.
So is your kids ready to go trick or treating this Sunday?
Well, I got a granddaughter. She's ready to go, but all my kids, my youngest kid, she's in her 20s now, so she's thinking more about her fiance the more she is her trick or
Yeah.
treating anymore.
Yeah.
All right. You have one of your biggest favorite songs you like to sing?
Well, tell you what, you know, like I said earlier, Mr. Johnny Rodriguez, which is the shirt I'm wearing,
Uh huh.
uh, gave me this shirt. he's a big fan of mine, and he pretty much had me adopt one of his songs. And I guess I'll sing that song. It's kind of like a trademark, you might say to me. And a lot of people who know that Johnny Rodriguez is a huge fan of mine know that we're both fans of each other. And he kind of had me adopt this song of his, and I'll go ahead and sing it. It's called "Your Love Put a Song in My Heart," and it's. I'm always honored to know that he wanted me to sing his song, put out there in front of the crowd. So I'll probably have to start doing that in the concert quite a bit too, because it's kind of like not my song, but it's kind of like my adopted song, you might say, thanks to Johnny. So
Yeah.
here goes.
Yeah.
Cause your love put a song, put a song, put a song in my heart. Never have I ever heard a more beautiful song. Yes, your love put a song, put a song, put a song in my heart. A beautiful song of you people in love evermore. It happened not too long ago. I guess that I'd never known what reason had anyone sing a happy song. I only knew loneliness, but then I found your happiness. Now I want the whole world to smile and sing along. Cause your love put a song, put a song, put a song in my heart. Never have I ever heard a more beautiful song. Yes, your love put a song, put a song, put a song in my heart. A beautiful song of two people in love evermore. A beautiful song of two people in love evermore. Thank you, Mr. Johnny Rodriguez.
Thank you.
I always say that every time I get done because I mean it's special. He watches my
Hmm.
stuff quite a bit. He don't
Right.
get online and do much, but when he does, he I know he's watching halftime when he do it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we have right here.
Yeah.
I think there's any other more question I can't think of. So I really
Me neither.
appreciate for you coming on here tonight and everything.
Oh yeah,
Thank
And we're
you.
glad to have you. We hope we can be able to do this again pretty
Yes.
you
soon.
sure
And
can.
so we would love to have you again.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
sure would.
feel free to, man. Yeah.
So, all right, guys, y'all check out this great man right here. Check him out and give him a like, give him a thumb up. If y'all go check him out on YouTube channel, make sure you press that bell button so you can get it notified when he go on live or do his video on YouTube too, and all these other platforms. Give him a good love and everything. We really appreciate
Go
having
that
you.
briantriple.org.
Yeah, that's right. We hope we will see you again. So you have a good night.
Good seeing you, kid. Good seeing you, Calvin.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
see. Bye.
All right, now we are back here, guys.
Yes,
We
we're back.
We are fantastic having him here. We would love to have him again, y'all. But like I said, he is amazing and everything. He's a great
Hmm.
songwriter. And like I said, if he go live on Facebook, check him out. Give him a love. Give him a thumb up, a heart, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Follow him. And that's where you can press that bell button so you can know when he go live when you get the notification when he does go live because he's all over the different platforms and stuff on YouTube and everywhere else you could think of, whatever. So, if you want, Keita, you could go ahead and repeat all the website that he has. So it'd be awesome.
Okay, if you go to his page, it's https://briantriple.org. You can also look him up at Oklahoma Boomtown Band in YouTube. All that should be on his website. You can also follow him on Facebook. Sometimes he comes on Facebook Live and stuff like that. So, see, that's about all I have.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Like I said, give him a like, give him a love, follow him. Like I said, like he said, he might be going on live a little bit after this. Like I said, go check him out right there on when he go live on Facebook or whatever platform he go. Give him
Right.
a love, give him a like
Yeah.
and
I'm
stuff. So hey,
supporting.
I think we'll be it for this little show here
Yes.
because we had it's actually almost 50 minutes, so
Yeah.
which is pretty good. So that's what we was here for, just to do a little small interview and stuff. So that's right. But anyway, if anybody know any other artists that want to do an interview right here with us, with me and Kia, we would love to have you on board. And
Yes.
if you know anybody want to get their music heard at my radio station at awesomehitradio.com, you can send the links and the information to me or to Keita. She would get contact with me to let me know that whatever you want to get your music, whatever, be heard onto my radio station. So we with everything else. So that's right. But uh, but anyway, don't let me not forget this. But if anybody is looking for any computer need to be fixed, please hook up with the allow hosting dot information and want any of the website or anything connect to me so I can get to you, connect to DJ Lau himself, and you won't regret coming to him. So if you ever need a website need to be built or PC need to be fixed or anything like that, hook up with Lau hosting dot info. Hook him up with everything. He will get
Right.
contact with you. He will do his best to fix your computer, clean it out, whatever the computer needs to be cleaned out, or you want to have your own website to be built, just check out of dot info. That's right,
Right.
guys. But that's right. We had a great fantastic
Yes. It was fun.
fantastic night and everything. So that's right. Here's my radio site, guys. It's awesome. Hitradio.com. It's the country music, and it got DJ Calvin and Keita's the manager, my promoter of that radio station. And please share and like the page, invite some friends because let me tell you, we always have fun in the chat room. We always have fun playing some good music, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We play some good music. We always
Yes,
have
it's
fun.
fun, exciting.
Yeah,
You can
we always
chat.
have kind of
You can chat with me and other people that's in there.
Yeah, we always have fun. We always cut up, and it's all about having fun, guys. It's always about having fun. But anyway, guys, we hope everybody have a great night. Hey, that's right. Y'all be careful, be safe for Halloween
Yes.
this Sunday night. Have fun. Bring the kids out. Let them have fun, trick or treat and everything. Because let me tell you, I think it's going to be a good trick or treat this year. I think it will.
Yeah, it will be.
I think it will. So y'all be safe, guys. Y'all keep your children safe going out there trick or treating and everything. I hope the weather stays nice. So far the weather is nice so far. So we hope it stays pretty cool. You
Hmm.
know. So but anyway, guys, y'all remember love each other, respect each other. Let's put God in our heart. We only got one life to live. That's right. You have anything else in the final word you want to say?
No. Happy Halloween for
There,
early birds.
there we go, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.